Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to generate a PDF in an Expo React Native app. So first off, you're going to want to install Expo-print and Expo sharing, and I'm going to import use state from React Native because I'm going to put a text box in my app so that I can get the user's name and put that on the PDF. I'm basically showing you that you can basically put whatever you want in there and generate some HTML, which will then be converted into a PDF file that you can save and share. So yeah, I'm just going to import a text input as well and a button. The button will be for when I press it, it'll generate the PDF. So this name is going to just be empty at the beginning because they haven't entered anything, and it's going to be the value of the text input. You might find this useful if you're actually doing an app where you might need to report on things. So maybe you've got a budgeting app and you want to export what the person has been spending on and like a summary of their monthly spending or a summary of their spending over certain periods. Then you could export a report in whatever format you want, basically just styling it with HTML. So this should be all pretty familiar because if you're, because web is pretty easy to learn, HTML, basic HTML is pretty easy to pick up, and so it's pretty easy to generate a PDF that looks nice and meets whatever styling requirements you have. So now we've got this button, we're giving that a title, generate PDF, and on press we want to go and style that text input so that it takes up more of the space on the screen. So typically the text input only takes up however much you've entered or the placeholder size, but I want it to take up the whole width so that it doesn't grow with the text you enter. And I'm also wanting it to have some padding so it's not just a tiny little box to click on. It makes it really hard. So if you make some padding, then if you click inside that, it's a bit easier to interact with. So I can click on name and I can enter a name and it will update because I'm using state and setting the state variable on change of the value. And now that I've got a name, I'm going to want to add my function for generating the PDF. So first off, I'm going to need the HTML that I'm going to use to generate the PDF. I'm going to have a header that says hi and then whatever name they've entered. I can do that string interpolation because I've got those backticks, and it also allows me to do multi-line and indent so I can sort of read my HTML a bit more easily. You can provide inline styles for the HTML elements, which I've done here. So I'm setting the color of the font to red, and it's just going to say hello, bonjour, hola. And I've got my generate PDF function here that's asynchronous because it's going to go ahead and generate that file and then share it asynchronously. So basically what you're going to want to do is await print to file async, and you can pass some options in here. So some of the options are whether you want to generate a base64 file or not. Generate the content to get a base64 return or not. I don't want to in this case. I'm just going to use the file URI to share that. And you also need to pass in the HTML that you want to generate into a PDF. You can also specify the size of the document as well, like the paper size. So then I'm going to share async using that file URI, and I'm just going to assign that on press to generate the PDF. Cool, so if I go and save that, and give it a name, I can click generate PDF. And if I click print, it's just going to show me a nice preview here, but you could choose whatever other options are available. You can see that it's got hi YouTube and then the text below. You can actually zoom in using that little zoom on the emulator there, so you can sort of see a bit better. That's me. Cool. So that's all I've got for you guys today. If you've liked this tutorial, please like and subscribe for more content. All my code will be on GitHub.